And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and he was going up.
By the way, there came forth little children out the city and mocked him. And they said unto him, Go up thou, bald head, go up thou, bald head. And he turned back and looked upon them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And then came forth 2 she-bears out the wood and tear 42 children of them. And he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and he thence returned to Samaria.
The following is a PSA from the Putting Bugs in Your Head department. The government and large shady enterprises are listening to your private thoughts. Bluetooth devices give off toxic radiation, liquefying thoughts and transmitting them back to the government servers. There's no way to block the government server once a mind link is created. However, the mind link is only created at the time of ear insertion. To trick the nanomachines with the earpod device, use a bug implanted inside the ears. Spiders are ideal due to their many eyes for sight. Insert the insect into the ear canal and then add the Bluetooth device. The AirPods will now mind link with the bug's brain instead of your own. Stay safe out there, friends.
Mother, log off your gambling site and vacate the living room.
Fuck you, bish, I gots to gamble.
I need to do my Godot-centered internet show.
But nobody watches your gay little internet show.
Mother, you leave me no choice. Nobody messes with my gay little internet show.
Alright, yo. Hey, what's up? Oh, I forgot to even check if there's anything in the background. But yeah, I think we're good. I don't think I left anything insane out. But yeah, I feel great. I feel like shit. And for whatever fucking reason, the fucking I was recording some videos with OBS, and the fucking stream just I hit stream for like a quarter of a second, and it like left a big upcoming thing for several hours in my YouTube whatevers. So so I was like, fuck it, I'll just fucking stream. Because I have nothing better to do. Hold on. Alright, I'm fucking dying. I just had like a head cold, and then I was a fucking retard and smoked weed, and I think I got bronchitis, which is very intelligent, very smart thing to do. But I feel great. Let's see where the fuck we were at in this game. So I remember we were working on the quest system, which I'm probably not going to do today. We'll see what the fuck we work on. I don't know. My grandma and you have that in common. What would that be? What would that be that your grandma and I have in common there, Rational Rama? I don't understand what you're saying. Alright, so we have some combat here. It's not very good, but it's what we have. You adding any C# in there, bro? I don't really like C#. No, we're going to avoid that. I like my simplified GD script. Let's see, they have the fireballs. We have the Morrowind sound effects. And, yeah, they will try to hit us. We can hit them. A lot of problems with the combat. A lot of problems with the footsteps, too. They also have the jump back. There is some, it's really not displayed well, but when they jump back, it's actually iframes, so we actually make their model unhittable. I bet that's, like, super fucking loud. Hopefully it's not. Can we just kill this guy? Can we just really stand still and beat him? That sucks. I should have coded him better. Can we actually just stand still and keep hitting them if we have full stamina? Let's see. Well, I guess we can't with, there's no way we could do it if he's casting the spells. Because they would certainly hit us. But, yeah, I think we can just stand here. Well, he does do the back jump. So, yeah, I guess, you know, combat's really not that in-depth. We need to fix a lot of it. And then what I was working on was the, how's it going, MDoc? This shit over here. So we can go and talk to this guy. He gives us a quest. It looks like we have an invalid access to property to quests on the base type of dictionary. Which is great. And then if we go down here, we have a whole bunch of stuff printing out, which is also great. Content. Ack. Damn, that killed my voice. Yeah, alright. Hell yeah. Cool. So let's see what caused that problem. Game Manager 101, check player file for quest state. Awesome. So I think I did a bunch of work on the quest system. Is it code motion or root motion? I am terrible at animating things, so the game I am making is filled with Mixamo animations. Yeah, these are all Mixamo animations. Everything I have is Mixamo, no root motion. It's going to be more equivalent to like King's Field or Morrowind type combat than anything, you know. I don't think I'm going to be able to make the next Dark Souls, so I don't really see reason to try. I am going to make the hitboxes better. Like, if you look at the hitboxes now, they're just, let's see, we can actually go to the scene. So this is his hitbox, just that one right there. But I probably will eventually make it, like, you know, one for the arm and the head and everything like that. And I'm going to do damage multipliers based on what you hit. So if you hit the head, it's going to do more. If you hit the arms, it'll do less. I think that's good. I want to have some blood splatter, too. We could actually add that in. We might as well. Can't we do it, like, when we hit the thing? Let's just add, let's make some blood spray. I'm super fucking sick. I really don't feel like doing any real coding tonight. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do the real coding. Where is the... This is the offending line. Check for ID. Save data. Quests. So we don't have quests. So what do we have? Let's take a look. Spirit. I think that's what we're printing out down here, isn't it? Let's see. Check for ID. Oh, that was where it errored, so it never got to that. Let's just do this. We're gonna print save data. I just need to know what that looks like. I think we're just checking the wrong property, and then I can just adjust the property that we're checking. Real fun stuff. Print save data. And we're gonna have to do it down here. Yeah, but I think Mixamo animations are great. I think they're pretty awesome. You can also, if you can reduce the amount of frames too if you're in Blender. If you got to get the amount of data down, you can reduce the. You go into the graph mode in Blender and you can reduce like the overall amount of frames in the animation, because normally they have a ton of frames. You do lose less and less, more and more detail on the thing, though. On the, like, actual animation. Alright. You can see I was putting stuff like this in here. I was, like, at my wit's end with this shit, trying to figure it out. And I think I got it to a state where it's usable now. Where we have a quest system that's reading off of... I should be using VS Code, but what we have are, like... these quests right here, and we're reading from this, and then we also have our like a character save file that we're reading from. I gotta actually open that up. And I think we're going from the start screen now too. Shit. We go to local, share. Godot, there we fucking go. App user data, Kingdom of Fate. And we'll look at the player saves. So these are actual player saves. We have Anissa OF, we have Hello, John Lennon, Ozzy, Player A, Quasimodo, and SADFA. So let's check Anissa OF and see what's going on with her. So we have this character. We have our skills, and then we have an empty quest down here. So let's see if we do quest, if that pulls it. Let's check out player A. What does that look like? Nothing. Basically, what I was trying to do is make a something that creates this JSON file for us, which like holds all of our information. These are all of our skills right here. This is our inventory, and this is just some information about our guy. And then we're gonna have our quest right here, so it'll have the name of the quest and like the objectives that are completed. So that's the state that we're trying to get to. That's what we're trying to accomplish, is having the quests load into here as we're taking them on. Let me just close that and close that. Well, I mean, if you want to cheat, you can cheat. I don't really give a shit. I don't know. I guess, well, that's how I'm saving the data. I guess I never really even considered that. JSON files making it easy to cheat. I guess it really wasn't a major concern of mine. All right, so I guess we'll try that. We just need to see what's going on here. Oh, damn, I gotta start from the start screen. We'll make a new file. Let me exit out of here. Whoops. So we have this start screen, and I'll just go from there. Alright, so this is Simple John. Simple John's eyes are far apart, but his heart is supposed to say in the right place, which is, I don't know how I fucked that up. With abnormally large hands and stature, Simple John has a plan to beat down the demons at this monastery, or whatever, covenant, I don't know. What do you call a castle that like a bunch of demons reside in? To me, that sounds like a corrupted monastery, or whatever. Yeah, we also have Father Benedict. The idea is that you're sent out here by like some part of your church, and you have to cleanse out all the demons from here. We have I had to do a self-insert with this guy's hairstyle. The bald representation in video games is very important to me. It's a thing that I'm very proud of. Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder, yeah. Simple John. I like his haircut, though. I mean, that kind of screams like retarded, But we can make a new save file. You don't actually have a 3D model in the game yet. I don't know if I'm going to do it. We do have a 3D model for this. I made it with Make Human. And I have it saved, so it's like we can always use that. But I'd have to animate it. And I don't know, it seems like a pain in the ass, but it's also probably something I'll add in. Fryer. I could have spelled it wrong. Yeah, it probably is IA. I think I spelled it right here. There we go. You see, you know it's a good game when there's spelling errors. We got it 2 times right, so that cancels out that one. Look, 3 times right. There we go. All right. Let's just say October 18th, and we'll start the game as Friar Ron. So we load in here, and then if we go over here and talk to this guy, what is our current situation? This is like his main dialogue, so this isn't pulled up in a JSON. But if we exit out here, give me 1 second. Yeah, the aesthetic of this game, I think it's all right. Damn. I feel like absolute shit. All right. Let me exit out, and we got to check what we have. So did we... Excuse me. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you have bronchitis. Did you smoke weed with a head cold too? Because that'll fucking do it. I don't know why it's printing out so much shit. We got to figure out where there's a printing content. All right, let's Control F for content. There we go. All right. So it looks like check file for quest state. So when are we calling this? Control F on this guy. Right there. So I think we're probably calling it check player file for quest state. I guess it's going to be called from the NPC, right? Let me go to my... the guy's called a viewer. I think we have to pull it up in VS Code. Yeah, so we have the viewer right here. He's not calling it. So it must be... it's got to be the quest manager. I didn't really do any planning for this. No, my grandma does that. Oh. Yeah. I'm so glad I quit smoking cigarettes. If I had to smoke cigarettes with this, I would feel like absolute fucking garbage. Alright, so... Must be here, right? Start quest. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out who's initiating that. Maybe it's the player. Oh, you know what? It's the bar control, which is our HUD. So we're trying to fill the game manager check file for quest state. So the HUD is trying to check. That's right. That's how I wrote it. I'm really smart. I remember now. Alright, so I don't know if this is a good idea, but we basically have this main panel right here. This is our dialogue. So that was what you saw on the screen. And what we do is basically hide everything else and pop up this dialogue. And then the dialogue calls our like functions on our game manager and quest manager to get the info and fill that shit out. And what I'm trying to accomplish is have everything on the right that you can click on, and then it will bring up more options down here. And we had that, but it wasn't working so well with our JSON, and we couldn't save like we couldn't have persistent data that we're checking, like, does this guy already have this? Does he already have the, you know, root or whatever? You know, or flowers or whatever the fuck we got to get for Jazara in the Mages Guild quest. Except our quests are going to be cool. They're going to be gothic. They're going to be like a 9 Inch Nails concert. All right. Yeah, so we just got to go here. So we got to print use state. So this should be returning something. Print use state. For progress state in quest data keys. I think we're iterating through the wrong thing here. Before I do this, I'm going to print keys. Keys and progress state. I didn't mean keys, I meant progress state. I'm just wondering what we're iterating through. It's kind of hard to keep up. And we'll leave that there just so I can remind myself. There's always something there to remind me. Cool, we got to go from the start screen. I think we actually have to make a new character every time, which is funny. Because I didn't code in the loading yet. So we'll go E. It'll be Simple John this time. It doesn't even matter. Okay, so we'll talk to him, and then we'll exit out. On offer, in progress, ready to turn in, and completed. Okay. Here is quest data for fill quests. So these are the actual quests. So we're iterating through the quests. Nice. And what we're doing is checking the player to see what their thing on each one of these is. Okay. What I mean by that is in our JSON, in our quest JSON, we have like where's our progression? Maybe I'm wrong on this. I don't know, I could be wrong. We're gonna see. Oh yeah, like on offer, in progress, ready to turn in, and completed. So we basically have to check these and then check on our player if we have that in there. And our player file is going to look a little bit different. So let's see. Let's go ahead and exit the game. We'll go back here. And if I look at this, nice. Okay, so awesome. We'll go back to, where is it? Bar control, which is a terrible name for it. So we know what this is now. When we're saying use state, we are getting the player's ability, the player's state of the quest here. It's going to be multiple values. So the ID is basically the name of the quest. And that's what we're getting here. Awesome. So let's print use state. And we'll see what happens. What am I doing? use state. So nice. Perfect. All right, let's see what that returns. Actually, let's just go check out that function before we're lazy about it. So we return quest state, and if we look at what that is, I think we just spoofed it to in progress up here. Okay, so we were checking for quests, but it's not quest, it's quest. Check for ID, save data quest that has quest ID. So we're going to try that. Cool. It's going to return a spoofed input that just says in progress right now, which that'll be fine. What we're really looking for is to see if this pulls up. It's checking our player save data to see if we have it's checking our quest dictionary in our player save file to see if it has this quest ID, which is like the name of the file. And what is damn, I should have give this a typecast, but I didn't. I think this is just the name. I think it's just a string. So we're gonna try it. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go for it. And we're gonna, okay, we do print the save data, awesome. So we should be good to go. Let's try it now. Yeah, why not? We'll say why not, and we'll start the game. All right, then we go talk to this guy. Key quest on base object dictionary. Cool. So what does save data look like? Whoops. Oh no, it's spooky. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Save data. Quest. Oh, so it is a fucking S. What am I doing? Alright, so let's go back. So this should produce a result this time. This shouldn't error unless I'm fucking it up, which is very possible. We'll say, I don't know, QWER, whatever the first 4 letters are on the keyboard. I need to delete all of these. I can't load right now. I didn't code the load function yet. We talked to this guy, so it didn't error. That means we are actually doing good. Let's go see what's up with this shit. I don't know why it's printing out so much shit, though. That's not good. False. Check for ID. So let's see what we're actually looking for. If we go here, check for ID, save data has, okay, so that returned false. So that means we need to add. Now we want to save the quest in here. Okay. We need to get a good quest save format without clogging the file. Oh, looks like I already did some of that shit. Okay, yeah. Nice. So, shiny head cam. Yes, very shiny head cam. I was using a lot of conditioner. When I lean forward. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. My cat's awake. All right. what am I going to do here? Print, check 4. So basically, since we don't have this quest, we need to add it in. And I need to go back, actually need to go check ChatGPT. Because I had a format and I kind of had it saved that I wanted to save everything in. Where the fuck is it? Awesome. Yeah, so I had this is the structure that we have to basically create inside of our quest, because this lines up with our JSON objectives in our other quest thing. So if I like put this over here and then I put VS Code up over here, how do I close this? I don't fucking know. Fuck you, VS Code. Let's take a look. I just need to get this straight in my head. So we have like, I just need to check this is what I'm thinking about. Where was it at? Right here. So we have the Gather Herbs quest. Let's go take a look at that one. We have Gather Herbs, gathering strange herbs. Okay. So, awesome. Required 1. Currents required. Completed. So this is basically how we're going to save it in here. And let's see. We have on offer, ready to turn in, and completed. So, yeah, I still need to make functions to like update these, but that's not super complicated once we have everything reading in. I'm just trying to see. So I guess what we'll do is kind of make it so you have to have everything to turn everything in. I'm not going to be like, oh, you can turn in one of them, then turn in the next and turn in that. It's just going to be like, no, you got to bring everything in your fucking inventory, and I'm going to look through it and take it. That's how we're going to do it. I'm like the TSA up in this motherfucker. All right. Now we just have to code that. So what I'm going to do is just put this in here. I'm going to say, well, I guess we can just do this. Well, we have to get the objectives. How do we know what the objectives are? Interesting. So we have an item ID, we have our required, I guess, I'm trying to think of how I can make it so it's not so, manual. I don't have to adjust every single one. I want them like, I can just throw these fucking objectives in there, and then I can just adjust all the, like, dialogue lines myself and get rid of all the ChatGPT bullshit. All right. Damn it. I guess we'll just keep it simple for now. So I need to save this structure, and we'll just do that for right now. Last dialogue bucket on offer. Okay, that's going to be super important too. When the player starts a new quest. Awesome. So we're basically going to do that. We're going to grab this. I wonder if we should... no, I guess we'll just grab that for now. Yeah, so fuck, man, this is complicated shit. So we're basically just getting the check of whether we have that quest or not. So we're going to go ahead and start creating it here. We'll just start one step at a time. We've got ChatGPT brain. There we go. I don't think any of that matters. I think this has to be up there. Right? I don't fucking know. Alright, so it's not being used, so it's going to give me that error. Awesome. So I want to save this for the quest ID. The problem is we're hard coding these objectives, so we would have to know like what those are somehow from our JSON. So I'm trying to think of a good way to do that, and we're gonna have a lot of different quests. Like we have these, which will we should probably add in something like this. Shouldn't there be like a quest type, and then have this be like collect, and instead of quest type it should be objective type, right? I don't know, does that sound right? That way we can, like when we come in here, we say, let's check the objective type. It is a collect type, so we have required 1. So we basically have all that information and we know what we need to do. And then I wouldn't have to hard code it. We have this. Otherwise I don't have this, and I would just be like, all right, required 1, but am I killing them? Am I picking it up? Am I like, oh, it does have that. Holy fuck, I'm retarded. Dude. Yeah. Dude, I might be retarded. How come nobody was saying anything? Well, if I come down here, what does it say? Kill. Okay, so see, look at that. ChatGPT and me, we're on the same wavelength. We're adding in the same stuff. That means I'm like, get a cat off the bed. You can't be on the bed. That means I'm like, you know, probably on par with ChatGPT headquarters. Too busy gooning. Yeah, that's what you call it when I'm in bed dying from pneumonia. I'm too busy managing my life, all right? I'm too busy being an alphapreneur. I'm out there making millions of dollars, all right? I'm working out every day. You can see by my form, okay? I'm getting the leg surgery. I'm going to make myself taller. They're going to break my shin bones, and I'll be a 6'2" man, okay? Is that blue and then the rest of it is yellow, or am I tripping? I don't know. That one looks blue. The H looks blue. I guess it's... yeah, my arms are like little T-Rex arms. Dude, that would be so fucking funny. Brutal. Alright, so what do we want to do? I keep getting distracted by bullshit. We need to check. We need to check multiple things. So if we don't have the quest save data, we have to create it. So yeah, we're just going to create this. I'm surprised that they don't have a type in here. We probably should do that. It'll probably make it easier, right? To have an actual collect. and have a type. I think we should put it here too. And we'll just, we're going to need to collect this information from our quest, quests, basically. Nice. So I'm going to call this player save data. Just to make this a little bit clearer. And it also just occurred to me that this has a very unique function, check player file for quest state. So that's all we're doing is checking whether this has it or not. So we don't actually need to be doing this in here. I'm going to Control X. I'm actually going to put this down here for a minute. So all we need to do is we're checking whether we have that quest or not, and if we don't, if we do, we'll return the information. If we don't, then we won't. So we'll say return, we'll say if, right here, we'll grab this guy. Okay, then we'll say we want to return that. We're basically returning all the player's quest information, but then we can sort through it. Actually, we can just return the specific quest information. So we can go here and then say quest ID, and that should give us the quest information. And then we'll say else we will return false. And I'm going to get rid of that. And we can actually get rid of this up here. So I'm going to leave a note. This will return false if there is no quest file, and will return the quest if it is in the file. This will return false if there is no quest file. If there is no quest info in the file. And we'll return the quest info if it is in the file. And I'm going to leave like a, dictionary. If I show you the game I am making, could you let me know what you think of it? It's still in development, and much of it's underdeveloped. Yeah. I mean, I'm open to looking at other people's games. I don't really have any like critique. I'm not like someone who can like tell you whether it's a good game or not. I don't really have any. I'm not Zoe Quinn. I'm not plugged into the game sphere like that. But yeah, I would always recommend posting your games somewhere and letting people play them and stuff like that. Even if they're halfway done. Sometimes, I don't know. Yeah, I guess, what am I going to do here? I'm trying to think. All right, so yeah, we have our yeah. Check player. All right, so use state, we're printing that. We'll say if use state equals I think we're going to check the type. Type of. Actually, we should probably match, right? Because we gotta say if it's type of dictionary, then we want to. I gotta go fucking every time. I gotta check. Let me go to variant. Variant. And cool, variant.type. If we go here, yeah, so we have, where's dictionary? Type dictionary. Here we go, type dictionary. So if it's 27, we'll do one thing, and if it's a bool, we'll do something else. I guess we could just check if it's false. We could also do that. Yeah, we'll just say if use state equals false, then we will, I guess we will. So it's false, that means we don't have any information, so we're going to have to start making the information. So I think what we should do is say, I think we should say game manager or quest manager dot start quest, right? Shouldn't we say quest manager dot start quest? I think we're safe. Well, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Start quest. All right. Fuck. Do we have that? I'm pretty sure I created that. We do. We are calling the start quest. Awesome. Awesome. So this is the master quest list right here. Quest data. Okay, so we're basically adding it into the active quest. We have to pass in the quest ID. So perfect. All right. Let's do it. Yeah, quest data ID. Awesome. Okay, let's go to the quest manager. So if we don't have that ID, we're going to push an error. Perfect. If active quest.has quest ID already started, I think we should not do that for right now. So we get the data from our thing, we duplicate it. Quest data status equals active. So we're setting, I don't think we need to be doing that. I also don't think we need to be doing that. We can still keep that. Oh, I guess we could do this too. That would be fine. Yeah, quest data. We're gonna actually... Why do we need to do this? I don't understand. If quest data... I guess because we're trying to save... We were trying to save this to something, but... there's really no reason for that right now. So I think what we'll do is... This is where we need to save to player JSON, which I already put right there. Awesome. Yeah, do we have access to the player file? Or are we going to have to get it based off the game manager? So our game manager, we always have our current loaded file. Damn. I think this gets updated, I'm pretty sure. So if we go to our quest manager, and I'm just going to say var file name equals game manager dot current loaded file. And yeah, I had my suspicions. All right, let's go. What am I trying to do here? Current loaded file, file name. Let's go back to game manager. Save path. So we just need to add this to it. So whatever, I'm just gonna grab all this shit. Plus file name. There we go. So that's what we're gonna save to. We've got to grab that. So I'm gonna grab. We need file access. We're gonna read that file. And we need to pass this in. Save path. And we're actually going to write to what is the difference between write and read and write? Like you know, because if you're writing to it and reading from it, you have to write. I don't know, whatever, fuck it. I guess you don't have to read from it to write from it. I guess you could just smear all over it without reading anything. Alright, so how do we do this? So I'm just going to grab this shit. Let's just adding it to a dictionary, right? Well, we're kind of pretty pro-American and pretty anti other countries here. Just because you guys come here and like take our tech jobs, and we really don't want that. So we prefer if you stayed in your own country. So as long as you're staying in your own country doing your own thing, we really don't have a problem with you. But when you come over here, that's when we have a problem with you. Anyway, that's my opinion. And when you guys try and like influence our politics, but this isn't like a political show, so get as text. So all we're doing is saving this to a dictionary. So that's not what we want to do. Let's see, how do I write to a file? I'm spacing out. I'm really bad with reading and writing to files. So let's go take a look at our start screen. I did it there. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not racism to protect your country. I mean, like, Canada, I mean, you know, to diss on the Indians, like, you know, Canada has been, like, invaded by Indians, and it's, like, it's not fair to the Canadian people that they have to suffer through that. They should have their own land. I mean, it's not, like, a crazy thing to say. So, yeah, so, yeah. Not to spurg out politically, because I could spurg out for hours politically, but this is a programming show. Let's see. Oh yeah, Slee's trying to bait that out. I actually did. I thought about, I'm thinking about opening up another channel where I just do a bunch of rants and shit. I think that would be fun. Yeah, Western companies are hiring foreigners over their own people because they're incentivized by our government. Yeah, well, they are to blame, but it's not as if like, your politicians aren't like aiding that along as well. And you know. Yeah, I mean, I get that people are just seeing good opportunities, but that doesn't mean I like them. Doesn't mean I like them here. You know, I don't really give a shit what you want. You know? I'm here for my own gain. I'm not here for your gain. So when we are... yeah, I mean, obviously it's like a touchy subject in America. You know? Update item list. Alright, that should have it. Oh, it shouldn't actually. Damn, so where can I see... Alright, here we go. Here we're writing to a file. Store string. Awesome. Yeah, I always forget how they do it in Godot. So I think I'm just going to grab this. And we just save JSONs as dictionaries. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like all the angles of this thing. Hoping I don't fuck it up the last second. Alright, so... Damn, we need to do what? We need to get the quest. Fuck, it's not even the right. Yeah, we're down here, that's right. So we're starting the quest, we've checked, we don't have it. Oh shit. Oh shit. If we start the, hold on. That's right, we already checked. We're in the if check and in the damn in the bar control over here, we start the quest. We have the quest data. We're checking for that ID. Awesome. Yeah, I think we should just, I think if people come here illegally, we should just beat them to death. And then extort them for all the money they're worth. And then drain their bank accounts. I think that's what we should do, to be frank with you. Well, it's not the Western people that have opened the doors to you. It is the Western governments and the big companies. The Western people, we actually don't want you here. 100%. Just to be clear. Alright, so we start the quest. We're already doing that check. get that. So it's very hard to think. Oh my god. We have to check so many fucking things. So we know we have to create the file here. So we have to grab the file. Get it as text. Load it into data. We'll close that file. We'll print out the data. So let me do that. We'll just do data. We're going to say player save data. Is basically an empty dict, and then we'll do it here. What's the problem? Expected end of statement declaration. What do you mean? If we have the file, I guess it should be back, right? Maybe I am retarded right now. I'll be honest, I'm just fucking spent for tonight. It's like 12 o'clock. Yeah. But, yeah, peace out, everyone. I'm gonna fucking get out of here. I feel like shit, and I'm not gonna figure this out right now. There's too much fucking file access shit going on. But yeah, I'll be back next time to spurg about my political views and to, horribly code this game. Alright.